What's good, everybody? It's your boy, the P1 Loso. Welcome back to another video. And we're going to be taking a look at AEW Dynamite today. Results, overview, etc. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. I was using my fingers to make sure the camera wasn't lagging or anything, which it doesn't look like it is as of right now. So, CM Punk kicks off AEW Dynamite. Okay. He states that he is straight edge. He inspired a lot of the new talent in the back. He feels like a lot of people in the back have told him that they wanted to become wrestlers because of him and things like that. And he goes on to state that basically, long story short, he wants to face MJF in a dog collar match. If you guys don't know what that is, do me a favor, go on YouTube right now. Okay? Cody Rhodes versus Mr. Brody Lee, their second encounter for the TNT Championship, and you'll get a feel for exactly what a dog collar match is. Now, this is only going to be the second match in reported history in AEW, so it's a pretty big deal. We fast forward that, MJF comes out. He says literally nothing, actually. He comes out and he actually stays quiet, which has never happened before. So that was actually pretty cool. Where is he? Where's MJF? Hold on. I can't find it. I know I don't want to get copyright either, so I'm just trying to. He basically comes out, stands on the ramp, grabs the mic, goes like this, and then drops the mic, walks away. Daniel Bryan finally comes out of the heel ramp over there. The heel tunnel, as they call it, ramp, etc. And it's pretty cool to see because that was the first time they did that with him. So he's officially now a heel, I guess. He was already, like, in my opinion, he already was one. But to give proper verbiage, once they come out of the tunnel, officially AEW considers them that, or lack thereof, right? Not a face anymore. So Lee Moriarty comes out. They have a fantastic match between the two. Daniel Bryan ultimately does win by flexing, which was pretty kind of funny, actually, the way that he won the match. See right there. But it was still pretty cool to see. Good match overall. He then takes the microphone, tells Jon Moxley he wants answers. Moxley then proceeds to come out and tells him, look, straight up, I don't have a reason to really decline this, but I also do not team up with anyone that I haven't shed blood with. In other words, my interpretation of this, right? Because this is, again, this is what it comes down to, his opinions. He says straight up, right? You either want to join forces with me because you're afraid of getting destroyed by me, or because you do actually want to team up with me. And then he goes on to say that Jon Moxley has never defeated Bryan Danielson in all the encounters that they had. Jon is always phenomenal on the promo. He always brings whatever tier and or feud he's into that next level. And he did just that with this promo here. I wish I could play it for you guys, but because I'm so scared of getting copyright stricken for 5 seconds of a freaking... Hold on. Let's try it. Damn. Can I... Hold on. I want to try. Yeah, but he basically says right here, I don't stand side by side with nobody until I bleed with them first. In other words, in my opinion, it sounds like he wants to face Bryan Danielson in a one-on-one match first and kind of go from there. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you think he means, like, in the sense of, like, teaming up? Because if you think about it, in his former Shield partners, he faced Seth Rollins in FCW. He also faced Roman Reigns in FCW. So he fought with them straight up, and he, quote-unquote, bled with them. So they obviously became his brothers. But that doesn't go without saying. Now, this man, Max Caster, is a freaking savage, okay? Goes on to call Wardlow MJF's B-boy, and then proceeds to get smoked. That boy, Wardlow, hits him with the power bombs of Symphony 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Then we have the AEW World Champion Hangman come out. But right before that, we have basically the Cobra Kai Sensei is now working with the doctor, Britt Baker. Britt goes on to say, look, you got to finish her off tonight. You got to have the match that we talked about, finished on the Rosa. No excuses, just results, right? goes on to have the match. We'll talk about that in a minute, but the sensei is now working with Britt Baker, and that's pretty sweet. I hope that they do a little bit more of this. I think it's pretty cool. She tells her at the end, you know, hey, if she doesn't get the job done, then you have to destroy her, basically, which is pretty sweet. Hangman then comes out, talks about the little promo that they, you know, the little match he had last week. It wasn't a little match, actually. It was actually a pretty insane match. But again, I can't even remember if it was last week or the match or the week before that. But regardless, that the death match that they had between Lance Archer and Hangman was insane. Adam Cole then comes out and goes a little bit off character, or so it seems. Right? Let me explain. He goes on to say, "Hey, may the best man win. You know, I look forward to this match. Blah blah blah." Next thing you know, they don't even call themselves Paragon anymore. As far as my understanding, I haven't heard them say Paragon since that one time they referenced it in the ring, and the one time Kyle O'Reilly referenced it backstage. But Red Dragon and Adam Cole, they go jump Hangman, and no Young Bucks to be found. So they're still throwing hints in there of the storyline bridge between Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. I may have just broke my camera. It's probably going to be on delay now. Yep, it's on delay now. This camera's ass, bro. If you guys have any recommendations on a new camera, let me know. But anyways, what winds up happening is Red Dragon and Adam Cole proceed to jump Hangman Adam Page. I have to keep moving my head to make sure, because I don't like when there's a differential between my like movement and the audio that you guys are hearing. But anyways, they go out to jump him, and then they have a promo backstage where the Young Bucks and Red Dragon stake claim to the tag titles, and they're basically saying that there's going to be like a royale of sorts, where at Revolution it's going to basically be a triple threat for the tag titles, which is pretty sweet. My opinion, the segment between Adam Cole and Hangman was actually pretty solid. They threw some good jabs at each other. Hangman is getting a little better on the mic. I feel like more comfortable, and I personally enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good way to kind of level it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Then we had, of course, Jericho and Hager versus Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz. They went ahead and had the match with, of course, Proud and Powerful picking up the victory, which was really unexpected, and I'm glad that they won, because they needed this victory, man. That was like the biggest victory that they have had in their careers. Eddie Kingston was also out there motivating them, cheering them on, and then when Jericho and Hager lost, Jericho basically went out of the ring and started trying to slug it out with Eddie Kingston. My guess is they will face each other at Revolution, which again was pretty sweet. This was the promo I was talking about between the Bucks and Red Dragon. It was actually pretty comical at certain points, where Matt goes, well, he goes, Kyle O'Reilly, where you been? And Kyle's like, well, I was being Dad of the Year awards, like he talks about that. And Matt goes, oh, funny, because I have 2. And then Nick goes, yeah, and I have 3. And Adam goes, yeah, you guys all have beautiful babies, okay, but we need to get back to business. He talks about how Jay White is going to be facing Trent Beretta on Rampage on Friday, which has a special start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Central and Pacific, 4 p.m. West Coast time, which is pretty sweet. I'm glad that it's starting that early, because then I can watch AEW Dynamite first, then SmackDown, and then just be done with wrestling by 10 o'clock, and then I can go to the movies and watch Uncharted. Yes. But again, I don't want to show too much because I don't want to get copyright stricken. But I'm trying to give you guys the cliff notes of everything happening. So they, again, kept planting the seeds for their inevitable split. My guess is once Kenny comes back, he'll side with them versus the 3 of them. Bullet Club versus Bullet Club, because that's right now in Impact. I think Tama Tonga and Taloa Tonga, or GOD, I think they're facing right now the Good Brothers for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. So it'd be cool to see if GOD makes a jump to AEW as well alongside Jay White. I think that would be a pretty sweet way to kind of get their Impact relationship back on, maybe not on track, but like more a little showcase, right? Anyways, so we had the Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez match, which I'm not sure if I spoke of already, but basically Thunder Rosa won. It was a really good match in my opinion. She came out with her Kill Bill wrestling gear, which again was pretty sweet. They went into the crowd. They had this insane spot right. Hold on. Right here. Nope. Yoink. Which was pretty sweet. They ended the match with Thunder Rosa ultimately picking up the victory. Britt Baker winds up then coming out and going up to her sensei. He says, you know, I told you she was weak. Britt Baker then goes in the ring or gives the sign to Jamie Hayter and Reba to essentially start attacking Thunder Rosa. Then Britt Baker goes into the ring, gives Mercedes Martinez the pipe, tells her to finish off Thunder Rosa. Mercedes kind of hesitates, but not really declines it. Then Britt and Jamie just start wailing on Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez, setting up potentially a 2-on-2 down the line between the 4 women, which again I'm okay with. Anytime Jamie can wrestle and Britt wrestles, Thunder Rosa, they're all phenomenal competitors, and you throw Mercedes in there, who's just gotten better with age, you have the recipe for a proper successful match. I think they should do that at the pay-per-view. Maybe the buy-in, because it's not really anything too crazy, unless if they maybe make it like a tornado tag, in which case that should be on the pay-per-view. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara for the main event. This match was insane. I mean, you saw that spot right there. That was bugged out. They did so many crazy stuff. These two kids, man, they're just... You understand now why they're the founding fathers of AEW. The 2 out of the 4 pillars, as they call it. It just makes perfect sense. Eric Bischoff tweeted that Sammy Guevara has the it, or he wrote, I quote, Sammy Guevara has quotation marks it. So if you have someone like Eric Bischoff tweeting something like that, it obviously is for a reason. You had Jose come out on behalf of Andrade, distracting Darby Allin. Sting comes out, starts wailing on him, and then what winds up happening is Andrade basically claps Darby Allin with an iPad across the head, knocking him out. Sammy Guevara hits the GTH, 1, 2, 3, and then gets clapped by Andrade with the iPad as well, finishing him off. Matt Hardy then goes in the ring, and they start basically fighting. It was a really good... I'm so sorry. It was a really good segment, in my opinion. Really good way to end it. It gives Andrade something to do. Sting then goes in with the bat to make sure that Sammy and Darby are no longer getting jumped by Andrade and Matt. I think maybe down the line they may do maybe Sammy and Darby versus Andrade and Matt Hardy. I don't know. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Good match overall. Good Dynamite. Not the best. And then, of course, next week, they announced Eddie Kingston and Jericho will go face-to-face. They announced, let's see. They announced a couple of other things, man. They announced the first of the tag match qualifiers for the Revolution pay-per-view. So one of the teams that wins next week will be added to the pay-per-view. And then the following week, they'll have the second tag team match to determine who's the third team to join the match. It'll be a triple threat, like I stated, between 2 teams and Jurassic Express. So have to wait and see for that. I'm hoping it's Red Dragon and Young Bucks. I just think that would be hilarious. A really good way to kind of push that feud a little bit. What else? They did say something. Again, I did say Andrade was going to... No. Ignore what I said about Andrade. I don't even know why the hell I said that. But we have House of Black versus Penta El Cero Miedo and Pac. This match is going to be insane. It's going to be so good. And then, of course, we have Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho face-to-face confrontation. And then, like I was telling you guys, we have the winner of the Tag Team Battle Royale next week. And then, of course, the winner of the Casino Tag Royale in 2 weeks. So, gonna have to wait and see how that goes. And then, like I said, those 2 teams will ultimately wind up facing Jurassic Express. So, I'm really excited to see how this gets done. And I'm really happy for it. Really excited for next week. They're gonna be in Connecticut next week. That's a little near me, so I have a ways to travel, but I think I can make the show next week. And yeah, man, look forward to some clips on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.